I look like Jeffrey the Killer, Jeff the Killer. Um, I want to talk about first of all, before I even say this, because I'm gonna give a disclaimer, because the thing is, like, people really like to jump down people's throat when they don't have something, like, I guess you could say, told to you by like a doctor for them to be saying something. But like, did I have to like have a arm cut off for me to like? Did I have to did I need the doctor to tell me that I had the arm cut off to know I was an amputee? I feel like I'm jumping the gun with that little child reference, but whatever. It's like, just think of it that fucking way, okay? Like, please. If I was in the fucking psychosis, then I know how it feels to be in the motherfucking psychosis. But, anyways, getting off the offense and back to the defense. I want to talk about depression because like, you see a smile, it's like an indicator. Well, from the outside, that like I'm fine enough. I just like smile. But if you look into my eyes, you see there's nothing behind it but blank thoughts. But that's because, like, literally for what is gonna be a year now, because it was like last time during November up to this November, is that I've been depressed. There's times where it's more extreme than others, but for the most part, I've just been depressed. And honestly, like, this is the longest time that I felt like I've been losing. And the reason why, like, as of right now, especially in my life, I feel like so discouraged is because now, like, my birthday's coming up, and it's like, yeah, it's my birthday, but that also means just another month on the calendar where I haven't been feeling like myself or good at all. And that's why it's kind of scary, because it's like a few months is one thing, same with weeks. But a year, it's a long time. And a year spent feeling down, that's also a long time. And I guess that also tells you, like, how long I've been just in a battle with myself. And, that's why keeping myself strong, it's hard. That's why there is times where, like, I get on YouTube and I just talk to you guys and I break down because, like, it's just like I've been trying for so long to just, like, find happiness, or even, like, just to be a little bit happiness, because honestly, even the crumbs of those, like, I'll be grateful for. But it's just like, literally, I've never, like, I always tell myself, especially before, like, life, there's so much beauty to life, like, there's something worth longing for. But I keep saying it because, like, it's big for me, a year. And that's why it's like I can't imagine those out there who've been feeling like down and depressed for more than that, because it really takes a strong person. Because right now I truly feel like I'm losing my mind and I'm just running in a circle with myself. And again, I try to do things differently, but that feeling inside always stays the same. That's why I'm like, I don't think, like, it's not even I don't think, but it's like I don't know where to go anymore, like, it's a long time feeling bad, and then it just, like, piles on and on each other. And that's why, like, when I get down, like, it's not even that when I get down because I've been feeling down, but, like, there's points where I really, like, kind of drop to, like, below zero, where I can't feel anything or want to do anything or even feel like I'm alive. And as of right now, like, if I didn't have the people around me who I did, I don't know what I would even do with myself. Like, I've never felt like this for so long. I felt like this before, but never for a prolonged amount of time. So that's why every day I reminded myself, it gets better, it gets better. Well, at first it was a day, then it became weeks, then it was months, and now it's going to be a year. So that's why, like, to continue saying it, it's like maybe I'm speaking it into existence, or maybe I'm just, like, gonna keep giving myself something to just look forward to, because if I didn't have that, I don't know what I would do. But it's scary, you know. It's scary, especially when you know yourself and you know how powerful you are. Like, it's scary. And when you really get to know your emotions and you see the places that it takes you, well, it's another thing. That's scary. I found during this time, one thing I learned about myself is that, like, I don't know, maybe it sounds bad to say, but it's, again, something that I've realized is during this time, like, I feel like I've been pushing myself to survive for so long, like just holding on at the edge of that cliff. And I've kind of gotten to the point where, like, I'm still holding on, but my eyes are shut. But it's not that I'm waiting for someone to save me. It's just like, if I fall, I fall, but I just don't want to see it happen. So I guess putting that into like simple terms is just like, I feel like I've got so accustomed to this feeling, even though it's not a good one, that like I've gone to a point of just like embracing death. And it's bad to say, but it's like, it doesn't scare me anymore. Like, fucking being on the road and like seeing people suddenly make a move, like even in front of me, like when there was an accident about to happen right in front of me, like, you know, if it was someone else, like maybe they would be fucking terrified, you know, like that could have been fucking you. But it's like, it doesn't even give me like a bit of adrenaline. Like, it doesn't give me the thought of anything. Like, I'm just like, well, if that was me, it was me. Like, there's nothing I could do about it. There's nothing I could have changed about it. Crying wouldn't change the circumstance. So all I can do is say, like, well, I'm dead. And maybe that everlasting wish I have that is a bad one will come true. That's why it's like, I gave up on the idea and thoughts of hurting myself or even like taking my life, because again, like, I could say it like, I don't have enough courage to do that to myself. But if it were to happen in another circumstance, whoop-de-doo. That's bad to say, I know, but that's kind of how I feel. So if I am going to be very clear, then I'm just going to speak exactly what's on my mind. And that's one thing that depression has led me to, the acceptance that death is coming. And even though it's bad, it's a little bit exciting, but still being able to sit in the middle of being alive and dead, there's something that I fancy about it. And you know, it kind of changes me as a person, makes me a little bit miserable when I lean too much on one side. But then other times when it's happiness, I will rarely reach in, but it's still enough just to give me a little pleasure that I've been lacking. So it's very difficult, you know. It's very difficult. And again, after a long time of just like dealing with it and dealing with it and telling yourself it gets better as it gets worse, like it does get tiring at a certain point. And that's kind of the point I've reached, where it's just like all those intense emotions led to just a fucking numbness that I can't overcome anymore, to the point where I've just embraced it. And it's kind of, again, taking away from my character and just being like a vibrant sunflower type guy. But right now I feel like the colder it gets, like the more I realize like November's on its way, and there's nothing that I could do or say to change the fact that it's coming. And all I can do is, again, keep hoping that for the month of November will be better than this one, and the last, and the last, and the last. And you can say it's over exaggeration, but the thing is, I don't just see it as like a number, like 1 year. Like, I don't see it like that. Like, I break it apart into fragments of, it's 12 months in a year, the months consisting of 3 weeks, for 3 weeks. That might have been wrong. But with a lot, 7 days of the week, 3 times in 1 month, times 12. How many weeks is that? Like, that's a lot of weeks of feeling this way. That's why it's like, I'm so discouraged, but I just keep looking for it, and I keep telling myself, like, as long as you move with the wind, it'll take you where you're meant to go. And who knows how long that will be, but one more thing I'll tell myself, and another ounce of hope I'll give myself, is maybe it's out there. Or maybe I'll turn 21, 2, 3, and I'm going to keep telling myself the things I was telling myself today. But it's about being strong even when you have no more energy to. Like, I don't know what it is that's out there that's calling for me, but I know it's out there, and that's why I stay strong. And wiping the smile off, not even the smile, but the frown away from my face, and finally being like, everything inside ceasing to exist. Like, doesn't end with me. It continues on to the people around. So if I could end the plague with just keeping it up and, well, keep smiling, then I'll do it. But I don't want to like take other people down with me. So all I could do is keep navigating in search of the happiness that I lost. And, well, convince myself that in this big world it's just out there somewhere, but it's just about getting there. And that's my story. So be strong. As you could see, I'm a little bit burnt out. Well, not a little bit, but I've been burnt out. But I'm still going. Even though I'm not at my full potential, I'm still going. I'm fighting for my way back there. But as you know, the thing with life is it takes time,